Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your quantum reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. And of course, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And as always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Gemini. The message could actually be for you. So feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. If you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just wanted to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate that so much. So, Gem, let's get maybe a couple more cards. I was already getting something in your pre-shuffle, and what I'm kind of getting is that there's almost something that you know you need to be doing. Yeah, this is perfect. And you're kind of gripping onto it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this could be a person or a habit or, you know, something where you kind of beat yourself up. And that's what I'm getting to, is that you guys are kind of in what I call a shame cycle. And it's where you constantly keep releasing a brain chemical that's tied to a thought where you beat up on yourself. So if you continue to release that into your body, yeah, wow, Gem, freaking holy crap. So we have the Tower card, and this is the order I feel like it's going to go in. Is there is, like I was saying, if you keep filling your body with that chemical, like low vibrational, where you're maybe beating up on yourself or it's based around shame, then that is where it only takes so long, where if you keep doing that, the universe will, your reality, you'll holographically project something, some type of destruction. So for some of you, you could be like going through some type of like just a really dramatic change or a shift in your life. And this is why. This could not be more clear what I'm getting. And it's crazy because this was really similar to the pre-shuffle. It's like you keep holding on to the past, Gemini. And like the universe is kind of trying to close doors and push you to the new. And you're almost like resisting it. Like you're like, ugh. Like it's like, you know, you're supposed to be doing something and you know you want it, you know you want to, but you are almost the one at this point that is like putting yourself in resistance to it. Okay. And like I said, this could be a person, and you really need to pay attention to your intuition on this. Like maybe this is a person that you need to emotionally let go out of your life, or you are getting some type of red flags, but you're still like letting them come in anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like you're still gripping onto maybe the idea of them, maybe what you dreamed of. Maybe there's even a part of you that's felt like you needed the support of someone, and it's actually thrown you a little bit off balance and out of alignment with yourself, because you do have everything that you need, Jen, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. But I mean, this couldn't be more clear. Like what's happening is you have the Death card, right? That's profound change, destruction and renewal, metamorphosis. So that's what's going to be happening for you guys, is there's going to be some type of maybe tower moment. And I'm not saying this out of fear, like don't worry, everything is going to be okay. But here's this Death card where all of a sudden now the universe is going to come in and show you something quite profound, so that you can officially close out a chapter in your life, right? It's like all about ending even a karmic cycle. So that could be, like I said, it could be relationships, it could be a pattern that you've had for a long time. And then here we've got the Justice card, which is awesome coming out. We've got truth, balance, clarity. It's that cause and effect, like things are going to be equal now, you know? So I love that it kind of transitioned into that, because that's where you guys might be somewhere along this process. So I'd apply it however it fits into your life. Oh, the other thing I was going to say that I have been saying in all my other videos, but I forgot in yours, right? We've got the Aries full moon this weekend. So that's closing a chapter. This is going right along with the planets and the movements here, that entanglement. And Gem, the other thing too that I wanted to bring up, I don't usually bring this stuff up, But I was researching, like lately I've been feeling these energies, and then I came across, I don't even know who it was, and I should give credit, I can't remember, but I came across a video that was like all about Mercury is in Scorpio right now. And Mercury is about like communication and technology and travel, yes. And what's it called? Scorpio is all about death, rebirths. It's all about like metamorphosis, and it's all about sexuality. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up in general, is because I feel like this month there is something going on where we're looking at like our sexual or creative energy and where we direct that to, you know, like where we maybe even use that in a shadow way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes if you're feeling some type of lack or fear in your life, sometimes you can use like maybe a little bit of your sexuality to entice or get ahead and use it in a shadow way. And I'm not shaming that. It's mainly for just the awareness, right? It's just trying to understand ourselves more and why we end up in certain relationships or dynamics the way that we do, because like how are we using these things in our life, like our sexuality and things like that? Are we using it for the good, or do we use it to maybe like operate more from the shadow, so we don't totally see that it's maybe from a low vibrational place? So that's what I wanted to say, is that we're really taking a look at throughout, maybe I would say the next week or throughout this month, especially while Mercury is in Scorpio. That's very significant. So that's where I think kind of what's coming in and happening. So with what I talked about, um, Gemini, oh, what else do I want to say? Oh, the last thing I wanted to say is you need to pull back and look at the big picture of things, okay? Not be so caught up in the moment, or your emotions, don't let them like overtake you. You need to pull back and take more of like the bird's eye view of understanding whatever dynamic you're involved in, because that's what's going to help you really get ahead. Do you know what I mean? It's going to help you to get some footing and some grounding before like any type of profound change happens or a tower moment comes up. And that's the best part about the tarot, is like you can take control over all of this, Gem. Like you don't have to sit back and be like, "Oh my god, like what tower moment is going to happen?" It's not like that. Like especially once you come to an awareness, things don't end up being that bad. Like you're like, "Oh, that wasn't so bad. That was fine. Like now I'm actually on the right path." Tower cards are always like catalysts, you know, like you kind of use it like a trampoline and jump into the next phase of yourself, the next evolution of yourself. Does that make sense? So, let me dive into the tarot. What can we get for Gemini on this? Gem, you know, I'm getting to. They're like, with these cards, I do want to say this just popped in randomly, but I think there's someone watching you, and that's why I feel like you may still be kind of entangled with a person energetically. Like maybe you guys are still caught up. Look at that. Look at how we have the death card twice. Gemini, there is something definitely coming to a close in your life. And look, we've got the Knight of Wands, so it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, an Aries, Leo, Sag. Just throwing that out there. But that Knight of Wands can be quite impulsive, all right? It can be like, it's kind of like look before you jump. Do you know what I mean? Because the knight is like ready to go in there, ready to go into battle. He's like, yeah, this is the direction I need to go in. But the horse is kind of like rearing back, like, hold on, not so fast. Like, let's look before we do this. And that's pretty much just the caution, is maybe Gem, like, yeah, wow, we've got the King of Wands. So I do want to say that there, and what was I saying all about the sexuality? This has been very, quite a pattern today is I keep getting the King of Wands in almost all my readings. So it's like there's that fire, that passion, that sexual energy that's coming up for us all to kind of take a look at. Like, what are the things about your sexuality that you feel ashamed of, right? That shadow. And I do want to say that, Gemini, I think there's someone that you're like sexually attracted to, or there's just like a lot of passion between the two of you, but it's almost feeling, don't get caught up on the gender here. This can be male or female on both sides. There could be an age difference here, okay? And the other thing too is like, it's feeling almost too passionate. Do you know what I mean? It's feeling like the attraction and things were there, and I feel like this can be the charming trickster in a way. Do you know what I mean? The King of Wands can be a little bit of a player, a little bit of like a charming person that loves to be center of attention. And I feel like maybe, Gem, you dove into something with someone. If this isn't romantic, this could even be that you like dove into some work opportunity or to work with someone that maybe is charismatic, because this can be someone in charge, that King of Wands. That could be a boss or something along those lines. But look what popped out next is the Seven of Swords. Gem, I want to say Seven of Swords, right? That's like deception, lies, that's taking advantage of. And I want to say, especially for those of you where this maybe could be an age gap or something like that, you really need to take a look at it, because there's something here where maybe you kind of fell for the charming nature, like really charismatic, suave, like you're really enamored with this person, and this person has some type of ulterior motives and maybe some things that you might come as a bit of a surprise, okay? So let me pull out one more card. Let's see what else we can get here. Gem, it's kind of like what I was saying too, is some of you might be getting red flags, and for some of you this maybe could be the person that you're still gripping onto emotionally. It's like you haven't completely let go of, maybe this is someone even in your past where you're still going through a transformation and a metamorphosis of what you went through with them. It was really, really passionate and fiery, but it burned out, and that's why we've got that Seven of Swords. And now you might be in the phase where you're still feeling a little bit like you got taken advantage of, or this person just wasn't straight up from the beginning. But here's what's awesome. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is, what I want to say is that it's such a different energy here. Like, because here we've got the fire all right there. But here's, I feel like it's someone new energy coming in on this side. I feel like through this, maybe you're starting to learn that you need to take things slow and steady rather than just letting your passion and your emotions and your like sexual attraction and chemistry completely drive you. And then that's where it can lead down this path, right? To where like there's a tower moment, and then there's like death and a transformation and more metamorphosis, and then the World card where you're having to close out another relationship or another chapter. And maybe all of it could be prevented just by taking things slow, right? That Knight of Pentacles is all about slow and steady wins the race, okay? And Queen of Pentacles, that's awesome. So what I'm getting to, again, more earth energy. That's really interesting. I, again, think it's someone new. And look, wow. That's kind of crazy. Gemini, look at how we've got King of Pentacles right out there. This was between the two, which is interesting. Nine of Cups, that's about wishes and dreams being fulfilled. So I want to say there is like a new connection. And for some of you too, I want to say that, man, look at this progression. This also could be, This also could be a progression of your own energy, all right? Where you're finally starting to like do the work on yourself to maybe overcome this, whatever this has been through. Or for some of you, you're actually applying everything that you're picking up intuitively, maybe some red flags that you're getting or things like that. And this is the progression of your own energy that you're going through, to where you're up leveling, maybe even starting to manifest material things, right? That Knight of Pentacles, and then you jump up to a Queen, and then here's your ultimate wish or dream is to become this King of Pentacles. Whether you're male or female, this is you being financially stable, like very independent. This can be an investor. This is someone really wise and good with money and material things. So Gem, if for some of you you're looking for that within like other people, what I'm getting is it feels a little bit like fantasy-ish. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, let me clear that up. It feels like some of you might still be, maybe that's something that you need to look at, is maybe the reason why this fizzled out is because you were looking for someone to come in and almost save you. Like, I think that's one thing that you need to take a look at, Gem, is like, what is the shadow behind all of this? What's the core thought that's driving this whole thing to manifest? Okay? Because that's another thing too, with the Knight, the Queen, and the King of Pentacles. That's manifestation in the material, in the 3D world. So that's one thing that just popped out to me randomly, is take a look at the core. What's driving you and this whole thing to these dynamics in these relationships? Because you need to embody it first, Gem, because this is what leads down this path of feeling taken advantage of, is because you're giving your power away to other people, or maybe a boss or lovers, or like you're still looking for them to maybe invest in you or make offers, and in a way for them to save you, because you're still lacking maybe the confidence to save yourself, you know, to really like take the power over the things that you want to manifest, your dreams and your wishes. You're still lacking a little bit of maybe some confidence in being able to do that for yourself. Okay, so that's what you go back and forth between, and that's okay. It's totally natural. That is something, especially if you guys like are more empathic or light workers, that is very typical. Because what was I saying about maybe being in a shame cycle? That is very common for light workers to feel ashamed of, or maybe feeling like they don't quite deserve to get everything that they want to manifest, right? It takes a lot to convince them of that. So let me pull out your doors opening through this connection, especially because we've got the Aries full moon, and now that means we've got a new moon coming up, which means new beginnings. So let's see what this relationship, this situation is opening up the door for you, Gem. So what can we get for Gemini here? Ooh, there was a flipper. Oh, wow, man, everyone's been getting the yes card today. Let me just grab one more. Okay. What else flipped over? Oh, wow. Okay, this is really good. Gemini, so you have got forgive and forget. Look how cute these are. And look how similar those are. Those are your doors opening. Forgive and forget, a ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new sunrise. Is that not perfect? With the 7 of swords, there's that lies and deceit. And it's time to forgive and move forward. And then here's yes, this is why I love this. Kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and fly. And Gem, it is your time now. Like, forgive the past with your parents, your bosses, old lovers, however they've screwed you over, because there's this newness coming in. These chapters are closing out and these doors are opening for us to get everything that we're wanting. So just allow yourself to open to that. Allow yourself to forgive and forget the past, because you might be replaying that over and over in your mind. And that is literally, your brain doesn't know the difference between like your thoughts, if it's from the past or if it's in the current. And that's where you need to be maybe more conscious of your thoughts and those brain chemical releases tied to them. Okay, Gem? So I'm going to dive into the extended with this. If you guys want to join me over there, just go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you on the other side. Gem, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.